In India, they see it like it's dirty to write with your left hand. I remember once trying to run away from my teacher. They turned me around to face my peers and they proceeded to beat me. My name is Joanna Rangarajan. Hear my story. So I grew up in Madras, India. We all lived in one small apartment in India. Life over there it's tough. As a third world country, it's quite eye-opening to if I were to go back home now, it's very eye-opening. So growing up in India, there's, over there, they see it like it's dirty to write with your left hand versus your right hand. Well, little old me, I've always written with my left hand, and for whatever reason, their form of discipline was at that time to hit you on whether it's your knuckles or your hands. They would beat me with a ruler or a belt on my back, and they would do it in front of the entire classroom. So this happened for a couple of years until I was 7. My cousin showed my mom because he wanted her to see the stripes on my back from the teachers beating me with a belt. She would talk to the principal, and finally her last straw was them asking her for money. Yeah, we'll stop. Just, give us X amount of dollars and we'll make it stop. So at that point, she just took me out of school. So because of all of the abuse that I endured as a child, it didn't really seem to manifest itself as anxiety and depression and PTSD until I was about 16, is when I was depressed, and what seemed like it was for no reason. I would cry like from the depths of me, and I had no idea. I felt like I was just in this downward spiral. I felt like I was stuck and I could not get out as much as I tried. I didn't know what to do or where to seek help. I just knew I was so sad, and I just wanted that to stop. I wanted to stop grieving for whatever it was that I was grieving for. So, for me, I knew I needed help, and obviously I wasn't getting the help that I felt I needed from the counselor that I currently had at the time. So it wasn't till I came across this flyer that it was just some classes, photography classes. And I thought, you know what, this is going to be, it ended up being more therapy in itself, because photography is a passion of mine and I tend to get lost in it, So I thought, okay, let me go for it. So I took a few classes, and as I was taking the classes, it got me outside every day. It got me outside of myself and outside of my little bubble that I was living in. And it felt so good. It just felt so good. And I felt that in those moments that I was getting closer in my relationship with God, I always had the faith that God wasn't gonna leave me, that he was gonna sustain me, that he was gonna get me through this. It wouldn't be till a few years later that I found a wonderful counselor. And actually that was more recently, because I was struggling with my current job. And I found this amazing place that this counselor just I felt like she took me under her wing and really helped me through some difficulties in my life. I would just say that if you're going through something with mental health, You just need to keep your faith. Stay strong and encouraged by the hope of God, by the grace of God. Lean in to Him hard when you're at your weakest, because that's when He's going to pull you up. And reach out for help, because there's no reason that you should be facing these battles by yourself. There's thousands of people that go through the same things, but we don't talk about it because there's so much of stigma around mental illness. But we are the ones that need to stop that. We are the ones that need to create awareness and talk about it. Let's shatter those chains, because nobody else is going to. But in everything, in the midst of your struggle, seek help, because there's so many things, there's so many resources out there for you. It's just a matter of doing a Google search.